Alright, YouTube, I'm making my fourth copy of this video because apparently I didn't know that, if you upload a video and you record it and upload it right away, you can only make a 15-minute video. Well, but here's the subject of my video. ZOMGWTFPRODUCTIONS made a video about how they're gonna dislike Skyrim and how it's gonna suck. Okay, they posted their opinions. They have their First Amendment right, posting their opinions. I am here to dispute their opinion, which is my First Amendment right. Amendment right is to say, hey, I disagree. But I'm also posting this because the facts, the reasoning behind why he said he disliked the game so much just seemed absolutely ridiculous to me. He's saying, naming all this stuff he's not gonna like, and I'm like, actually, that sounds pretty neat to me. Just saying. But let's see. I'm gonna move around a bit. I'm gonna close my door. I'm gonna turn the fan on and everything. It's pretty hot in here. But a thing he said is that he continually harped on how they are so-called copying apparently his favorite game, Fable. First of all, Elder Scrolls came out long before Fable. Fable copied Elder. Well, if you, in your point of view, if I had your same, ideas, if I was you, I'd say Fable copied Elder Scrolls. But let's not get into that. You said they copied Fable because of, let me think. They said they copied Fable because you can charge your magic attacks and your melee attacks. You said they copied Fable. Here, let me keep count here. It's one. You said they copied Fable because they added child NPCs. That's two. You said they copied Fable because what you do in your world affects how people see you or see you. How they affect what you do in the world affects what they think of you and how they treat you. That's three. Then you said they copied Fable because you get to have dog companions if you want, and the fact that your character can now talk and tell jokes and has battle grunts. It's 5 things. There's probably more. I'm not gonna go remember your whole 30-minute fucking video. But first of all, charging your weapons attacks and charging your magic spells. That's happened. That was all over Zelda Ocarina of Time. Okay, that was all over that. That was in Super Smash Bros. Melee, or Super Smash Bros. The original too. When you played as Samus and charged his cool little charged her gun laser beam thing, her cannon. Captain Falcon did it when you charge his Falcon Punch. It happens everywhere in video gaming. That's not something that's copyrighted by Fable. Fable didn't invent charging your magical spell. They weren't the first to do that. I'm certain. Alright, the child NPC thing you said. They're children in the world. Fable didn't invent children. Lionsgate, who I think the maker of Fable was. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can say Lionsgate. I'm not gonna look it up right now. Lionsgate didn't go up to God and say, "Hey, invent children so we can put it in our video game." Okay, children are around in everyday world. Sorry for putting children in my game after Fable did. Making my game, after Fable and putting children in it. That's stupid. Saying they're copying a video game because they put children NPCs in there. God, you're dumb. But well, the whole what you do and how you act affects what people view as you around you. And Fable was one of the first games to really do that. I think Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic did it, whether you can go dark side or good side. Fable, you can go evil or bad. Evil or good. That's not, sure they did it first. Sure, it was one of the first Xbox games to do that. That and Knights of the Old Republic. But that's not something that that's not a copyrighted thing. If I'm playing a modern day RPG and I go into an NPC's house and I fucking destroy everything, I'm knocking clay pots on the ground, I'm ripping up their bed sheets. If they go, "Hey, how's it going, neighbor?" I'm gonna be like, "This is dumb." So again, that's not something that's stupid. That's just they're not copying it from Fable. That's just something they're adding to their game. Okay, if I make a a car and then somebody goes if I make a fast car and somebody goes and makes another fast car, I'm not gonna say, hey, you made a fast car. You're copying me. I'm gonna say, oh, you made another fast car. But they take basic ideas that are everywhere around us in RPGs, and they added into their game. And I'm sorry Fable came out and did this beforehand, but these aren't story plot lines. These aren't special moves and shit that only Fable people get. This is common things that I want to be able to do in my world. The whole bards following you and you getting a dog. If I can slay a dragon, why the fuck can't I own a dog? Okay. Oh, because we'd copy Fable. So what? You get a dog in Fable? That's stupid. You should be able to get a dog in any other game. Owning a dog isn't fucking copyright infringement in a video game. The whole bard things. Middle Ages, 15th century Europe, a bard was a profession. If somebody was a bard, was a musician by profession. They went around singing. Knights would come into town and pay him, say, hey, I'm a knight, you're a bard, I'll pay you 50 gold pieces if you sing about how great I am for the next week. That's a common occurrence in history. Okay, it's in D&D. You can play as a bard and sing about your party members. That's not something that Fable invented. Again, if I'm gonna go and slay a dragon, why can't a bard sing about how great I am? They're just adding another common element into a video game. All right. Let me go. Let me think about other shit that you said that was just absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's go into the fighting system. All right, new dual wieldable weapons. You said it was dumb and fucking retarded about how you can dual wield magical staves. Sure, it does seem dumb. Why would you dual wield two magical staves? In a more complex answer, if you have magical staffs that shoot fireballs, you don't have to waste mana shooting a fireball. You just use your magical staff and it shoots a sweet-ass fireball. If I can dual wield two swords, why can't that same exact character pick up two staffs? They're giving you options. They're not saying, hey, we put this in the game, you have to do it. You have to dual wield staves. You have to, dual wield two axes. You have to dual wield two swords. They're just saying, hey, if you want to dual wield, go out and dual wield. What's the problem? They added shield bashing, which is another thing you said they copied Fable for, which I was like, what the fuck, when did you use shields in Fable? I missed out, apparently. But I never got to use a shield in Fable. But a shield bash is a natural attack with a shield. If I have a shield in my hand and I'm in battle and I want to hit somebody with it, I'm going to fucking hit somebody with it. That's not copying Fable. That's not copying any game. That's adding an attack. A common attack used in, fighting with a shield. It's a common attack that they put into the game. If they have guns in their games and they say, hey, you can aim for the head, it's I'm not going to say, oh, they copied another game for being able to headshot somebody. No, that's stupid. The only thing I agreed with you is the whole, you said it was dumb how you can't decapitate people. Honestly, I agree with that. That'd be kind of cool to decapitate somebody, but not being able to decapitate a person is not going to make me hate the game. New fighting systems, the charging the spells, all that. Oh, the new targeting system you got upset about. They add the game, people, if you don't know, added kind of like a targeting system to where if your partner is right next to you and you're both fighting a monster, you won't accidentally swing at your partner who's kind of in the way. Alright, which, playing the original Oblivion, that got annoying. If you played Oblivion, you fought in Skingrad or Skingard or whatever the fuck that town's name is. In the beginning, that got attacked by the Oblivion Gate, you fought next to their guards, and they get in the fucking way. And you'd hit them, and then they'd be pissed and attack you. Or in the end of the game, when you're closing the last Oblivion Gate with the help of the Blades, and they get in your way, and I accidentally killed one of them, Glenroy or whatever it is. I accidentally killed him. Okay, even though he dies anyway, I still killed him on accident. But that's going to help the game. It's going to make it easy for you. They're not saying, hey, you can't attack people. Hell, if you want to kill somebody, you can kill them. It's just, if you're in battle with allies, it's going to make it easier not to accidentally hit them. You complained about bow usage. the people who didn't know, they made the bow. It takes longer to pull out, and it takes longer to pull back your arrow, to load your arrow. I don't know the terminology. And you got mad at that. And I'm sitting here thinking that made the game a ton more realistic. If you ever used a bow, if you ever seen people using a bow and being good with a bow is an art. Okay? You have to sit there, pull it back, and the string's not a rubber band. It's not like, yeah, I pulled it back, yeah. It's something that you gotta pull back, especially if it's a good bow with a strong string that shoots fast. And you gotta aim, okay? You know, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna be fighting somebody and they're gonna be attacking me, and I'm gonna be like, 1 second. That's what you said, you know? Like, first of all, if somebody's in your face, why not just use a fucking sword? Okay? That's what you're supposed to do. But it made the game a whole lot more realistic. You know, you're not gonna be able to see those people going, yeah, 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 that's kinda dumb. But it made the game a ton more realistic. All these things you complained about the game, I agree with. Okay, and I like. You complained about how they spent so much meticulous time and how a tree blows in the wind, or how the water moves, or how, you know, the grass looks, and you said that's dumb. I think that's amazing. You know, they made the game look beautiful. Any dumb people who talk about video games say, oh, the graphics better, so it's better. No, that's not the case, but, you know, they made the graphics amazing. So, you know, I'm going to be walking around because you're going to have to walk somewhere off in the woods, and I'd rather look at beautiful scenery, trees blowing, than just, like, blocks of trees that are green and brown and all this shit that just looks dumb. Like, it looks like a freaking picture that just sits there in front of you. But, you were saying it's stupid how they spent so much time trying to make the dragons look menacing. You said dragons are menacing already. And not if they're a purple 2-bit monster that lands in front of you and blows square 2-bit fire at you. No, the dragon's gonna jump in front of you, land in front of you. It's gonna create a fucking crater when it lands. It's gonna get up on its haunches and go, you know, breathe his fire, you know, flap his wings. You know, he's gonna have claws and scales that you'll be able to look at. He's gonna have nasty teeth. You're gonna see every one of those sharp teeth that'll freaking mince you, freaking just chop you up. And that's gonna happen. It's gonna fly randomly down in front of you because they're unscripted, which is a good thing. You know, I'm tired of just the boar on the road walking back and then forward, back and then forward. This adds a new element to the game. They're not scripted. They do whatever the fuck they want. It makes them more dangerous, more terrifying. I'm tired of walking through video games complaining about how easy it is. I want a challenge. I want to be able to be like, oh shit, I'm so glad I lived, you know, I barely made it out of there alive. I want to be able to say that without having to turn it to fucking insane difficulty, you know? But, the dragons are just going to look amazing. The whole game's going to look amazing. You know, you were saying, like, you know, you were saying, you said a lot of shit. I didn't watch your whole video, it got me too mad. But, I mean, if you respond to this, please, ZOMGWTFPRODUCTIONS1, please, I beg you. And you can dispute me, we can have a debate. We can add each other on Facebook and have a good old-fashioned debate. We can go to Washington, sit in front of a crowd of gamers and debate. Okay? You, my friend, are dumb. Okay? And I feel bad for anybody who watched that whole 30-minute spiel. And anybody who agreed with you, they're just horrible people. They're just bad people. Okay? Bethesda is a giant among the metaphorical men that are other gaming design industries. Bethesda is the shit. If I could go to and spend a day touring Bethesda for Make-A-Wish because, you know, I'll give myself cancer or something stupid, I would. Okay? But it's going to be a great game. People who agree, like the video, you know. People who don't, that's fine. Dislike the video. You have your opinions too. But kid, you are dumb. I'm not going to sit here and complain about all of the things you said because I quite frankly, I don't remember them. You know, in one you're not the other. You know, college student. You know, I got other shit to learn. But everybody else have a great day. ZOMGWTFPRODUCTIONS1. You're a fucking retard. And I am out.